describe image is becoming really difficult, especially when there are pictures which do not have any numerics. How to deal with those images? Well, if you're wondering with these questions, then trust me, today's video is the one which gives you more insights on how to deal with difficult images. Want to make most out of this video? Make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE Academic. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome per-packed video on describe image hacks for difficult images. Well, before we get into the video, if not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance. You can check the information in the description of this video. We left a WhatsApp link. You can click on the link, send us a message. We will do the needful. Alright, without any further delay, let's straight away get right into this describe image hacks for the so-called difficult images. So before we delve into the describe image hacks for the difficult images, let's also understand the recent update. November 4th, Pearson made an announcement that henceforth the templates are banned. You cannot use a generic template for your describe image henceforth. Well, that was the scenario. Post that, people have a lot of troubles with respect to dealing with describe images. You're allowed to use only structure but not template, and not a keyword based answer. Whatever you speak, you got to speak something on your own. Then only the AI will not flag for the human review. If AI flags for the human review, most probably it's going to be 0 for the content, fluency and pronunciation. So your job is to not use a template but use a structure and try to speak something on your own with respect to the image. Now let's understand the kind of images that actually pose problems. If you get this kind of an image, wherein a library picture is shown, how do you end up speaking? We will deal with it in just a while. We'll also help you understand the psychology of people, the moment they see the image, how they go blank, why they go blank, what you should be doing, etc. I'm going to teach you in just a while. But how about this image? Lion, rhinoceros, giraffe and so many things. How do you speak this? There are no numerics, there is no highest trend, lowest trend, some average values, nothing like that. How about these kind of images wherein very few data from the image you can make out, rest all you got to speak something on your own? Or how about this image? There is a dry land, there is a farmland. Some people probably in a tractor, they're moving and they're trying to farm something. On the right hand side there is nothing. So this kind of images where there are no numerics, how do you deal with it? This is what we can understand in the rest of the video. As you already know, I have given the templates in my previous so many videos after November 4th. Here, this is the template that I've given you. The image provided is a dash that gives information about dash. While x-axis talks about dash, the y-axis talks about dash. The second line will only be applicable if it's a bar graph or a line graph. For pie chart, map, diagram, process diagram, pictures, this will not be applicable. The second line. It is evident that conversely, another interesting point is these are the three main ideas that you have to speak on your own. Overall, this image illustrates. So this is a 6-line structure that I've made, and many have already gotten 90 using this. So can I apply the same 6-sentence structure for all the images, even for the pictures that I just showed? Definitely, yes, you can use. How to use, we will see what is the mistake that you end up doing by looking at those pictures, like lion picture, elephant picture, you completely go blank. Why you go blank, how to fix it, very soon we're going to understand. But before that, let me help you with a step-by-step process on how to deal with the difficult images. Remember, whatever the image is, follow these steps. The two aspects to it. First is during the 25-second preparation time, and after the 25-second preparation time, that is during the 40-second execution time. During the 25-second preparation time, you have 25 seconds. Hardly 20 seconds probably, because you're looking into the image. At least you need 5 seconds to understand what the image is all about. The remaining 20 seconds, you got to do two things. Identify the three key things, key concepts, key ideas, or bad idea, worst idea, average idea, best idea, whatever. 3 things you identify and start noting them down if it is required. Or you can speak those 3 sentences as well. These are the steps that you need to do prior to speaking the actual answer during the 40 seconds. In 25 seconds, you got to do this, identify the 3 key things and speak those 3 key things, or write as much as possible these key things. Post that during the 40-second execution time, all you're going to do is speak fluently without any grammatical errors, without hesitations or fumbling, and not worrying about the logic. Whatever I'm speaking, logic is not making sense, so I'll come back and correct it. No, as long as you speak something from the image, it should be totally fine. For the fact that you've already noted down 3 sentences or 3 points, just speak. Even if grammar is wrong, don't worry. Fix your mind on this particular thing. Grammar will be wrong, I don't care. Logic will be little wrong, I don't care. Oh, I'm misinterpreting it. it was lion, but by mistake I told mouse. Will that be a problem? No problem. Just keep continuing. Don't intentionally misinterpret. By mistake, if you misinterpret, totally fine. So these two things, before the 40 seconds, that is during 25 seconds, and after the 25 seconds, that is during 40 seconds, you got to apply this. And let's see how do we deal with the difficult images. Alright, let's start with this now. 25-second preparation time. I'm going to use it to deal with this particular image. 3 main key things that I'm going to speak on my own, and then 40-second. Let me show you how I end up speaking. But before that, you want to try, you can pause the video, try doing it on your own. 25-second preparation time, do this 2 things, identify and speak those 3 key concepts. 40-second preparation time, just speak fluently. Probably 30 seconds should be more than enough. You don't have to speak till 40 seconds. But whatever I'm speaking, don't have to worry about whether I'm speaking for 40-45 seconds. All I'm giving you is a demo. The kind of ideas that you can generate. So I may end up speaking a bit more, absolutely not required. 25 to 30 should be more than enough. Alright, so let's start with the very first question. 3 key main things. Right hand side, there is a dry land, hardly 2-3 plants. Left hand side, it's completely farmland filled with people, and also a vehicle where transportation is happening. Also on my right hand side, there's only one person, but in the left hand side, there are so many people. Enough. I know it did not make sense. It's not even making sense, but for a computer, it's more than enough. As long as you speak something from the image should be more than enough. Then these 3 sentences I'm going to start. The image provided is a picture that gives information about how the dry land and the farmland are distinguished. It is evident that in the right hand side of the picture, there is a dry land where only 3 plants are planted. Conversely, on the left hand side, there is a farmland in green color, and there are so many people transporting the materials from a tractor. Another interesting point is on the right hand side, where the dry land is specified, only one person is standing, but on the left hand side there are so many people in the farmland. Overall, this image illustrates the distinction between a farmland and a dry land. I was just speaking continuously. Did I fumble? No. Did I hesitate? No. Did I worry about my grammar? No. These are the key main things that gives you the score. It's the fluency that wins the race over the content. But what people think, did I give the best idea? I actually did not. No. I was just speaking. So this is what is needed. You get this, you get 90. You don't get this, probably out of 10 marks in describe image, you may end up getting 0. If you fumble, marks gone. And why do you fumble? Because you are focusing more on the content. 20% or 30% give this Albert Einstein's brain of yours to focus on the content. The remaining 70 to 80% should be towards your fluency. It's not that easy to simply go with the fluency just like that. Because psychologically you tend to think, I think I'm giving wrong idea. I think this is not making sense. So first thing is sit in a corner of the room, eyes closed, lights off. Start just putting the right thought into your mind. All I worry is the fluency, not the grammar, not the logic, not the great idea, best idea. No. This, if you inculcate into your mind, at least for 5 minutes a day, you will see progression. If you don't inculcate this thing in your mind, simply keep on practicing. Every time you will fumble at least 5-10 times. It's going to be 0 every question. Remember this. Now let's take up a second question. You can try doing it. Now the moment you see the picture, you're like, what can I speak? I'm going to show you. Because what can I speak doesn't matter. It's all about how you speak. Whether you're speaking with fumbles or not, whether you're hesitating or not, all that matters is just this. Even, trust me, I promise I'm not prepared for this. So you can pause the video, start doing it, 25-second preparation time, 3 key concepts and speak, and then 40-second preparation time, just execute them. But now let me show you how I do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows of books, probably some 1,000 books. That's the first part. Second part is probably the first row seems to be more important. As a result, it is kept on the top. The middle row seems to be not so important, especially a lot of books in the black binding. The bottom row seems to be more commonly accessed books. As a result, it is kept on the bottom row. That's all it is. I'm gonna start. The image provided is a picture of a library that gives information about a lot of books that have been kept or arranged in a row. It is evident that the top row seems to be very, very important. As a result, a lot of books have been kept on the top row. Conversely, the middle row is filled with books with black binding, and it seems not so commonly used. Another interesting point is the bottom row seems to be most commonly accessible row. As a result, it is not arranged neatly because a lot of people may have taken some books. Overall, this image illustrates a library wherein a lot of books have been kept in 7 rows. I was continuous. I know I did not make complete sense, but I made sure I spoke from the image. I have to get good scores. I did not use a template. I was using a structure. My grammar, logic, I did not care about. All I cared about was content, fluency and pronunciation. I have to get good scores. Hope you're getting it. You just have to get something from the picture. If you're not getting it still, be more confident. Don't worry too much about going behind the right content. There is nothing like a right content. It's just a content. Whatever you want, you can speak, like how I manipulated the content. I just looked into it. I just divided them into like 3 key concepts, top one, average, or the middle and the bottom. If you're thinking what else I could have spoken, maybe in the middle there is one book kept not in the order, it is just opened to the face. Maybe that book looks like it's a very important book. Anything, you just have to speak around, that's it, for 25 to 30 seconds. Hope you're getting it. Let's take up the third question. You can pause the video, try doing it on your own. 25 seconds preparation time, 3 key concepts, and then speak them or write them if possible. Then 40 seconds. During 40 seconds preparation time, try to execute it without worrying about grammar and logic. Let me help you with this picture. Alright, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 animals. The center, the king, is the lion, but on the right hand side of the lion there is a cheetah and rhinoceros and some giraffe. On the left hand side there's elephant, zebra, deer and one more cheetah. On the top of the lion, or on the behind of a lion, there is a tree with a beautiful scenery and a lot of birds are hovering around. I am going to start. The image provided is a picture of a forest that gives information about how animals interact with each other on a beautiful evening. It is evident that the lion seems to be in the middle of a picture, conveying that it is the king. Conversely, on the right hand side of the lion, I can see cheetah, rhinoceros and 2 giraffe. On the left hand side of the lion, I could see elephant, zebra, deer and cheetah. Another interesting point is behind these animals, there is a huge tree, looks like a banyan tree, and also it's supported by a lot of birds hovering around, probably in the evening. Overall, this image illustrates the beautiful picture of the lifestyle of a forest. Just to speak, man, I'm just giving you a demo. Probably I exceeded 40 seconds, doesn't matter. I'm just giving you a demo. You just have to speak. If you want me to speak more on this, probably you can say the cheetah on the right hand side is looking at a very far distance, but the cheetah on the left hand side is probably looking at the photographer. Just try to be innovative and try to bring out something. Surprise the software. Don't try to just remain silent. Whatever you see from the picture, start speaking. This is the only thing that actually matters. Now let's go to the next image. Maybe you can pause the video, try doing it on your own. Generate the ideas. Means idea generation is just blocked here because of your own psychological thinking. So you're thinking, oh, this is not a correct idea. As a result, you're not able to think further. With me, that blockage is not there. It's like a free soul, free bird. I'm just going on with whatever that comes to my mind. Pause the video, try doing it. Let me help you with how I would do this. 3 key concepts. Looks like a water sprinkling system on a farmland. At the center of the farmland, there is this heavy water sprinkling system, which is probably giving the water or throwing the water at a very high pressure. The image also contains some distant mountains and distant trees, which are not actually watered on an everyday basis. 3 key concepts done. Now let's start. The image provided is a picture that gives information about water sprinkling system. It is evident that the water sprinkling system is at the center of the picture and is throwing the water at a very high pressure, turning a lot of elements into green. Conversely, there is also a very big mountain in the picture, which probably is not watered regularly. Another interesting point is we could also see some trees behind the sprinkling system. That means the trees are also not being watered by the water sprinkling system. Overall, this image illustrates how the water sprinkling system works and with what pressure it is throwing the water around the plants in the farm. Just to go, man, farm or forest, whatever that comes to your mind, just continue, but be conscious. Be confident, things will fall in place. You may have noticed me telling a lot of different things, the things that did not really actually made sense. But what are you going to speak about this? You have never done probably a research on water sprinkling system. And the same way, Pearson is not expecting you to do a master's on such a picture and speak something very, very knowledgeable. No, all they're asking you is describe the image to a computer. And I just described an image to a computer. Hope you're getting it. Let's quickly move on to one more question. aeroponic system, there are some metrics. I don't think it would be very difficult for you to do it, but yes, the idea is to speak without fumbles. Whether you speak the content correctly or not is not going to make a huge difference. Pause the video, try doing it on your own. Once done, resume the video to understand how I'm going to execute this. 25-second preparation time. Let's start. 3 things. There are 4 pots being given water by the aeroponic system. The water pump is at the bottom, which also has a nutrient solution. When this pump throws the water, the solution also goes through a mist nozzle into the roots of these 4 beautiful plants. That's all. See, the more calm you become, more information you can gather. If you become very anxious, trust me, you will not be able to get all this information that I'm giving you. And remember, this is recording. Okay, I have not taken any pauses throughout the recording. You can identify only because I'm being very calm and I'm not totally worried about the content from the image. All I'm worried about is the fluency. You need to go with the same temperament in your mind. Things will fall in place. Let's start. The image provided is a picture that gives information about aeroponic system and also about how the water is sprinkled to the 4 beautiful plants. It is evident that there is a water pump at the bottom of the aeroponic system which possibly pumps the water into these 4 plants. Conversely, there is also this nutrient solution in the form of blue color which is also very much required for the roots of the trees to grow up. Another interesting point is the water pump with the help of nutrient solution and the mist and the nozzle will take the water up and distribute to all the roots of these 4 beautiful plants in the pots. Overall, this image illustrates how effective the aeroponic system could be using the mist nozzle, water pump and nutrient solution. I am just speaking, speak, but I did not fumble, I did not hesitate. I'm just going at my own comfortable speed. Basically, I'm very comfortable at it. You become comfortable only when you start loving it. When you love a person, let's say a friend, you love him a lot or love her a lot, you'll be very comfortable with that person. Let's say you hate that person and someone gives you a task to talk with that person for 30 minutes. Will you be comfortable? This is what is happening if you're not getting it. You actually are hating this module. When you hate it, you cannot progress. When you love it, automatically things will happen on its own. So idea being very simple. Whatever the image you see, you just have to speak. Don't worry too much about how to generate the ideas. There is no marks for it. What gets you the mark is the fluency. But yes, 25-30 seconds you got to speak. For that, identify 3 key things from the image and how to practice this. Anything, take a newspaper. There will be a lot of pictures. 25 seconds, 3 key things from the picture and start speaking them. Because if it's the line graph, bar graph, everybody will do it. Pie chart, everybody will do it. These kind of pictures are where the problem starts. And how do we deal with it? I've explained you throughout the video. How to practice, take a random newspaper. If you get the pictures like this, definitely yes. If you're not getting it, take a random newspaper. Just see maybe Donald Trump image or someone's image, the Prime Minister Modi image. You just have to speak by looking into the image. 3 things. Just 3 key things you just point out and start speaking for 25 to 30 seconds. And this way you do it, definitely you start loving it because you become confident and you probably will never practice for describe image again. All you're going to do is just remember the template. The image provided is a dash that gives information about dash, while x-axis talks about dash, y-axis talks about dash. Firstly, it is evident that on the other hand, or you can say conversely, another interesting point is overall this image illustrates. In conclusion, this image gives information about, you can little bit alter it, shouldn't be a problem. I really hope this was an informative content. If you believe the same, like, share and subscribe and leave your valuable comments in the comment section. With this, I'm going to park the video here. This is Nakul signing off, Nakul. Nakul signing off from SKILLS PTE Academic. Soon we will be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much.